Hello, fellow comic bookworms. This is Nauman. Welcome to my channel. I hear echoes. Maybe I'll stop talking. I'm going to let Otaku, my co-host, take over and introduce our guest today, Ryan Odagawa. So go take it on. Take it on.
Thanks, Naman. All right, so today we've got a very special guest with us. He's a comic book artist, an artist who's been working in the industry for quite some time now. And, uh, basically, Naman and I are big fans of his work. And also, May is Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. And so what we're doing this month is we're featuring artists and collectors in the hobby, in the community, and just celebrating Asian heritage, Pacific Islander heritage in America and in this great hobby of ours. So, yeah, without further ado, Ryan Odagawa, why don't you introduce yourself, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and your work?
Hi. Yeah, thanks for having me. My name is Ryan Odagawa. Um, I've been in the industry since like 95. Started at WildStorm, Jim Lee's WildStorm Studios. 95.
Moonlight Comics. Hi.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I've worked for like a lot of different companies like Marvel, stuff like that.
Yeah, and so yeah, what was your first book? Do you remember what your first book was and what like characters you did and your scope of art in the on the title?
Yeah, so this is my first book. It's avant-garde. It was a spin-off of Jim Lee's Wildcats, like Majestic.
Oh, awesome.
Savant, Cybernary, and these are some of the other characters that were in Cybernary. Well, he was kind of.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you remember, but there was a big poster, and then there was kind of a big robot, so I kind of incorporated that. But
yeah,
this is my first cover. I can show it to you. I don't know if you want to show it to you now or later, but I have the original too. But
wow, that's awesome.
But actually, it wasn't. I might have done like some short stories in like Wetworks, but not so much the cover. But this is the first cover.
Yeah. So what was it like to work with Jim Lee? You know, he's such a legend. Even then, he was so big in the industry. Did you have much like engage with how often did you guys collaborate or just have meetings and work together?
Yeah, it was it was a dream come true at that time because I started when I was like in high school, like just drawing and like Mark Silvestri's X-Men had come out, and then Jim Lee started coming on, and then that's when like Jim started to go on the Uncanny X-Men, and then I just started collecting from then. Like this is like probably 89. I started collecting. My friend, he started collecting. We always kind of had comics beforehand, but never really like put them in bags and boards and stuff. But my friend really showed me about like keeping it mint and like everything. He would collect like Spider-Man, and I started collecting X-Men, and then I just kind of like started drawing in my sketchbook and kind of like copied it. But with Jim, but we worked together in the studio, so there was times, we were working in what was called the pit, just like it was actually in front of his office. He had, like an office, and we were kind of outside, and the interns would just like be drawing outside, and he'd come out sometimes and draw with us. And there was times when I actually even did like some backgrounds for him and stuff like that. It's like, oh my god, and it's like stuff that I grew up looking at. It's like I'm actually kind of drawing over, and it's like, whoa.
Wow, that's awesome.
I got courage and sent him a instant message.
Yeah, we tried to get him on this show, but he's busy.
Oh yeah.
We don't know.
We never heard back.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, but that must have been, I mean, just like a dream come true at a very young age. So what basically, Jim Lee has such a distinct style, and he's just been so influential. Who are the people that influenced you starting out, and who would you attribute your career and sort of art style to?
Well, obviously, again, like Jim Lee, but before that, it started off with Mark Silvestri too. It was all those guys, and then Art Adams and Alan Davis, and who else was there? Yeah, a lot of the artists around that time. Mainly those like Art Adams. Art Adams was like a big one too. Just like I'd print out like the classic X-Men. Everyone knows the classic X-Men #1 cover. Just
with the Wolverine in front, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'd print it out and put it in my folder in the back and just like stare at it all day and like just try to draw stuff. Yeah.
So we all saw sort of, I think right now, that history of Image Comics and all the sort of hype creating the different studios. I mean, you were right in the middle of that. Did you get to visit some of those other studios like Silvestri Studio, Top Cow, and did you get to see any of that drama unfold, or what
It's
happened?
weird because I actually kind of, it's like you would say the peak. I actually came when it was kind of going down, because like everyone was like getting rich and stuff like right before me. But I mean, they were like drawing books and everything, and then the it kind of the bubble popped or whatever. That was kind of going down, but yeah. I never really, because actually Top Cow was with WildStorm at the beginning, but I never saw that because they had already moved to, I think, Santa Monica. But ironically, early 2000s, I worked at the old Top Cow studio, but it was like an illustration studio. But it was actually the same studio, but I never really went to the other studios like Extreme or something. But it's funny because when I got my first the Image Con, that was when I first got the job. It was the first and only Image Con. It was actually after San Diego Comic Con in I think 94, and I met Sarah Becker. She was the editor for Gen 13, and she's the one that kind of helped me come on and start an internship. But it's funny, I actually met Andy Park, who's like the head of all the Marvel movie designs and everything. You'll probably see him post all the every movie he's been working on. And then another artist, Billy Tan, I remember seeing like both of them before they were trying to get in too. But I met Andy there. I'm pretty sure I saw Billy Tan get picked up too by, I think, Top Cow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting, like the success of Jim Lee helped really became like an entry point for a lot of Asian American creators and artists, much like yourself. Obviously Jim Lee gave you the opportunities to break in. What did you observe during that time as you were coming up as an artist? Did you notice like just a lot of Asian Americans wanting to get into comic books because of the things that the predecessors like Jim Lee were doing?
Yeah, definitely. I could think of a lot of Asian American artists that were like extreme. There was like Jeff Matsuda, Chap Yap. Yeah, there was like a ton of different guys I could think of. At WildStorm, let's see.
We're gonna go there. Just responding to the chat room. They wanted to see the website. They were seeing the website. Just telling them we're going there, and a couple guys. Dave collects. You have your Spider-Man copy.
Spider-Gwen,
Spider-Gwen.
Miles.
And here's Diamond Princess. She loves her stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, we're gonna go to the website. So
why don't we feature some of Ryan's work while we talk?
Sure.
Yeah, let's just go to the website.
You want me to go to the website?
Sure. And then Ryan can kind of just talk about, the different covers.
Ryan Odagawa.
And so in terms of like, you've done both interior and covers, what do you prefer to do? Is there something specific? Is something easier than the other, or is something more, I guess, worthwhile to do something like panels as opposed to cover work?
I enjoy doing like interior, like story, story type of stuff. I guess kind of both. Covers are more like illustrations because you have to kind of like tell the story all in one image kind of thing. So like these couple like prints and stuff, it's kind of fun to. It's almost like, I guess they're like pinups or like almost like covers in a sense, which is kind of a single image. So those can be fun.
So it looks like you were one of the featured artists during San Diego Comic-Con. How was that event last year?
Yeah, it was for last year. It just seemed more like kind of everyone getting back to normal like conventions again. I think this year it's going to be around the same time as it usually is. So
you expect the crowds to be back?
Yeah, I think so. That one seemed, especially it was during Thanksgiving weekend, so I don't know if that kind of threw things off too. But yeah, I think this year probably, I missed WinterCon, but hopefully it'll start to get a little back to normal now.
Wow, those are some great Star Wars panels.
Thanks.
Ryan won't sell it to me.
Can you talk about,
to me, Ryan?
Can you talk about this book, the Star Wars book?
This was just like this is for Dark Horse. It was a free comic book day. The story. Yeah, and yeah, I'm a big growing up in in the 70s. Like, I mean, not growing up from being born in the 70s. On it's like I'm like a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
I just went to Disneyland yesterday and went on all the Star Wars rides again. It's pretty cool.
Did you ink this as well?
Yeah, I ended up inking this. I didn't color it. Somebody else colored it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of
ink. Who colored it? This is coloring.
Gabe, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Amazing. So is it challenging to draw a Darth Vader or a Boba Fett? I mean, would you say it's easy because you know the characters so well, or is it a little bit challenging?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of maybe a little intimidating. I mean, especially like some of these, like you never see him in those kind of poses. Like he's like crawling up the wall. So trying to keep it like true is like maybe a little challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's definitely like an honor, and like it's fun. I kind of I wouldn't mind like taking another like stab at like Star Wars characters or something.
Right. Beautiful.
What are these?
This is work on the Defenders.
Yeah, I didn't actually work on it. These are just like practice pages.
These are his practices.
Oh, practice pages. Okay.
Yeah, well, kind of sample pages. Actually, I did these kind of like right before the lockdown. These are actually Marvel, like a Marvel sample script that they had sent. But
Beautiful.
yeah, so it was a little fun.
Wow, they're pretty good for practice, man.
All right. So you mentioned that you'd been collecting. What kind of got you into comic books? Was there because I know you probably growing up had some kind of exposure.
Actually, well, yeah, I'll get to that in a sec. But I just recently just got the new Iron Fist, and I just like bought a whole bunch of the Shang-Chi.
Uh-huh. Nice.
Yeah.
So what prompted you to do these? I noticed these were recent, pre-recent.
Oh yeah, those were just to put some stuff in my portfolio too. Yeah.
I love
Nice. X-Men.
Cyclops.
This is the 90s X-Men.
Woo!
Yeah.
Rogue is
Yeah,
my favorite.
classic.
I know they're working on the new X-Men 97. Hopefully, I want to try to get on one of those Marvel shows. Like
Yeah.
How does here's a question from the chat. How does Damien ask? How does a storyboard work compared to comic book work?
Yeah, it seems like it would be pretty similar, and it is to a certain degree, but there's still a lot of things that I had to learn, and I'm still kind of learning in storyboarding, because now you're talking about like animation and like comics are more of a flat, just panel to panel, but now you have to think about like screen movements and like animation and choreography and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's similar and it's different.
It's a lot more work too, because you're just doing a lot more panels or a lot more artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it can be pretty loose relatively. So yeah, it's kind of a balance, I guess. Back to your question. So it's about collecting. Yeah, again, so when I was young, I would, when I was a kid, my parents would, or I'd buy comics at like the 7-Eleven or whatever. So I have like GI Joes. I had some older like X-Men, but they're all like ripped up and stuff. I was thinking about it also. It's like I would draw like in school where you draw stuff, crayons and stuff. I would draw like Superman, Spider-Man, and Batman, all these characters. I knew all these characters, but I never really had any of the comics. I only knew them from the TV shows. The Adam West, Batman, and Hulk, Spider-Man. All the ones that were on TV.
Can I show some of these storyboards?
Yeah, that one's one that I did for Guardians.
Cool.
We are also not responsible for dizziness, loss of blood, fatigue, or general bad temperament.
I'll show you bad temperament.
Warning, pneumatic tube zipper packages only.
So can you
No
talk
cutting, priming,
walk us through the
crawling, scampering,
process
sliding,
of
slipping, falling,
how the
or even
project
peeking inside
comes
the tube.
into your being, and how the how you contribute and collaborate and communicate in this process?
It's funny because like sometimes people will just like I don't even know where people will find out about me or whatever. Right? Maybe they see my or know of me or just come across my artwork somehow. Sometimes like this one, I think they contacted me, but it was actually it wasn't Marvel directly. It was like a kind of a sub studio because like they did use kind of like 3D CG. But yeah, this was around the Denver Comic Con, so I was in Denver and staying with my my aunt, and they contacted me while I was there. So I just had a little laptop. I'm like trying to like figure out how to start to like rough it out and stuff on the little laptop, and I'm like really like I have a better setup at home, but I'm just there like I gotta get it done. That's it was one of my first storyboards. So I was just like scrambling to figure out the program and everything at that time. But since then, I've kind of learned a little bit more, like program wise and storyboard wise. But yeah,
This must be really cool to see your work being on TV.
yeah, and especially like being translated into like the CG and everything. It's pretty cool. And it's funny because the director had all these cuts, like I'll cut this part out, cut this part out. I'm like, oh wow, he's cutting out a lot. And then when I saw the final, I was just like didn't cut anything out. Like okay,
Cool.
but I think he added stuff here and there, but for the most part, it's like pretty similar.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yes, that's fun. I hope to do like more.
Have you done digital animation?
No, but I'm kind of teaching myself from like YouTube videos. I'm trying to learn Blender. Blender is like it's like a free 3D program, but it's like pretty loaded with stuff. Like you could sculpt. Like I grew up kind of learning Lightwave, which is more like
John.
just points and like vertices, I guess. I mean, and Blender is the same thing, but now you can do sculpting, like ZBrush, where it's almost like sculpting with clay in a way.
Oh wow.
So it's kind of, it has all that in there, so it's a pretty cool program. So I'm trying to I'm doing little projects and try to learn stuff here and there.
Awesome. All right, so getting back to your collection. You mentioned you were collecting X-Men. Did you watch G.I. Joe and play with G.I. Joes? I think you and I are kind of in that same generational age group.
Yeah, I was Transformers, G.I. Joe, Bionic 6. Do you remember Bionic 6?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How influential was Larry Hama to you growing up, and even throughout? Did you have an opportunity maybe to work or meet him?
I don't think I've ever met him, but funny enough, I used to go to a Buddhist temple in LA, and I was in kind of like a youth group, and one of the kids there was like, "Yeah, my uncle is Larry Hama." Like, oh, cool.
Awesome. Yeah. But you never got to meet him.
I never met him. I don't know if is he more on the East Coast? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where he's based, but yeah, maybe New York.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, yeah, like I think
Because he's working at a I know he's working at a Marvel for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, back when. So maybe he is on the East Coast somewhere.
When was these Bionic 6?
When I do these, a couple years ago. Yeah, over the years I've done like different versions of the Bionic 6, just trying to get like a better style down each time. You can't see it, but I actually have like all the toys on my on my
Oh, you collect toys?
well, just the Bionic 6 ones.
Oh, just the Bionic 6. Well, yeah.
And
I would
then
collect those while I worked on, I imagine.
Oh, let's look at that Wonder Woman and that Batgirl.
I have some of the cells.
Nice.
You have this print on sale?
Hmm?
Did you say you have a print on sale on that one? I don't remember that.
Oh no, I'm saying the animation cells up here.
Oh, sale. Okay.
Are,
Oh,
Bionic 6.
Yeah.
can I?
Oh, wow.
Let me put that up there.
Cool. So those are original cells.
Well, the funny thing is, these are actually I made a copy. Let me get one down.
Okay, that's the sale right there.
It's funny because I made copies of these because I guess the black line art faded.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So if you look at it, like I actually printed on like the clear plastic of I forget what you call it, but it actually looks like the original, and then the background is like a printed thing, and then I printed the color and then painted white behind it,
Uh-huh.
so then it looks opaque.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this one I signed.
So you recreated the cell.
I recreated it.
You
But then it
recreated
also
it.
has like, because the originals actually are like the line art is faded, so I actually redrew it, I traced it in Photoshop, and printed it out like that.
And is that like an episode that you like just connected with as a kid that you wanted it in your collection?
Not necessarily. It was just the ones that were available. All the ones I have. This one was signed by Brian Tochi, the voice for Cardi One.
Uh-huh.
And he was I think it was like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle voice too. Oh, he was in was it Revenge of the Nerds, I think too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him at
I forgot something.
He was great in Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
There's going to be a giveaway, and whoever wins, first place winner, is going to be able to choose whatever print they want.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I forgot to announce that right at the beginning. But
All right, so I think you're going to show off some either original work or a couple comic books in your collection.
Yeah. Let's see, what do I have? Let me switch cameras.
Wow.
So this one, let's see. This was from the Savant Guard review, and this is actually the writer Barbara Kiesel used to work for Dark Horse Comics, and Dark Horse was known for kind of reprinting a lot of anime or manga. So she suggested that I draw in this super deformed kind of style, and over the years, like a lot of people have kind of used this style. I don't know if it's like one of the first times that that someone kind of used that kind of manga style.
Manga style, yeah, huh?
The funny thing is, like, I was more influenced by the American style, not so much anime and manga at that time, but eventually kind of like Akira and stuff like that. I'd like, like to look at.
Mm-hmm.
And here's like, sorry,
Wow.
straight, but here's like a pinup of Cybernary. And I had taken Japanese in college, so I kind of learned how to write some of the. Well, this one, I mean,
That's your name, Odagawa?
yeah, Odagawa.
Oh, I forgot the otaku that knows how to read Japanese too. Right.
Okay.
No, I can't. Just the hiragana, katakana, but not kanji.
Okay.
Yeah. What else do I have? I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. This one was actually laid out. This one was laid out by Jim Lee.
Really?
It was
Whoa.
for an ad in previews or something, but I don't think it ever really got published anywhere else.
No way.
It's a free fall.
Did you have a lot of, because I know you got to work with him, did you get to maybe get some of his artwork?
Not original. I have a binder. I show this on one of the other episodes, but like I have like a binder of I guess Jim threw out this binder with like a lot of photocopies that he had of like, it was like around X-Men and the Wildcats era.
Uh-huh.
So there's some kind of like
No way.
type of stuff in there.
Awesome.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, I've been digging the trash can too. If I was working on that.
I know, it's like you just throw it away, then another. That's literally another man's trash is another man's treasure, right?
So this was your work. This was your work at WildStorm. A lot of
these are covers. First one, it went up to issue 7.
Wow. Amazing work.
This one was. Sorry, I can't really rotate anything, but this one was inked by Terry Austin. He was the one that was the inker for John Byrne.
Uh-huh.
So he inked this, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Wow.
Awesome.
Inker. And this was for a book that I don't think was ever released, but I think it was in the talks for a lot. It was the Studio Secrets. It was supposed to be about like the WildStorm Studio, like I don't even know if there any content was made for it, but I guess it was supposed to be kind of like how to draw the WildStorm way or something, but it never really came to fruition, I guess.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, this is a pinup for Grifter. These are some of the artists. These are like the colors, some of the colors at WildStorm, and this is Sarah Becker, the editor for Jet 13. This is a Rich Friend. Richard Friend has a YouTube channel. So this was actually there's a couple that were Marvel WildStorm. This is like a Jubilee Freefall one. This for cards. There's a couple more.
Yeah, there was I just covered on one of my earlier videos a Wildcats X-Men crossover during like 97 or 97 to 98.
Yeah, this one's a card. This one has like Cyclops, Sentinel, and Majestic.
Wow.
That's the Cyclops down there. Yeah, this is for some cards.
So you worked on that card.
Yeah.
Awesome.
These are kind of like designs. So this is I was really influenced by I'll show you this Capcom, like the Street Fighter book.
Yeah.
So these are sort of influenced by that.
I can tell. Yeah.
A lot of those poses and stuff. I was trying to do stuff like that. So funny enough, yeah, I wasn't like some of the manga influence was more from like the Capcom stuff. This came out a little bit right at that time, like around 97 or so, I think.
Yeah, that was when gaming, like video games, were just starting to really get, just heavily reliant on graphics and improved gameplay. So
Yeah.
it was a very interesting time to be a creator.
Yeah. It was. I mean, it was harder in some sense for like finding reference, but you had to buy magazines back then. There was no Google. There was no. So you'd have to like, I don't know, find reference wherever you could. I guess.
Right.
Oh, this one. Well, this was my first. When I first got there, this is my first cards that I did.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Page.
Yeah.
For the WildStorm game set. And this one, these were like little like chibi characters, Jim Lee and Sarah Becker. They used in some of the ads and some of the comics. It's kind of funny.
Cute.
But they did kind of a weird thing where they scanned it in and they try to like vectorize it, and it looked kind of weird because they didn't use like the original. The vectors kind of messed up the lines a little bit, but it was pretty cool though. Some of the Gen 13.
Was there in the different studios, they're obviously headed by the different heads that left Marvel, for example, Silvestri, McFarlane, Liefeld, and you were with the Jim Lee camp.
Mm-hmm.
But since they were heading those studios, did you feel like there was a specific maybe culture or style that varied, or maybe just talk what in terms of what you have reference for at WildStorm? Was there a specific, I guess, mentality or mission statement that set you apart?
Not so much. I mean, everyone was obviously like influenced by Jim, so it just came out in a lot of people's work, I think. But I don't think they ever really said like you got to draw like us, or it was just sort of a natural thing. It's just like being inspired by seeing Jim and working with them. It's like, oh my god, you just get sucked into like the style at that time, and and all that everybody else is kind of doing. They're trying to like make their own unique sort of version of it too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it's interesting to see when you look at where comics have come since when you started in the mid 90s, and where the art form has come, and with all if you look at these variant covers, the really popular ones, the David Nakayamas, the Peach Momokos,
yeah,
the Art Germs, these are all Asian American artists that are just really kind of they're killing the game, if to borrow an expression, right?
Yeah.
Is there somebody that you just kind of like, oh, I'm a fan of this person because the work is just amazing?
Yeah, I mean, I love David's stuff. I love the stuff he's been doing on like Instagram. Well, I mean, he's posted it on Instagram, but like all the cover and stuff. But here's another one.
Oh wow.
Dike Ruan. I guess he's from China.
Uh-huh.
This is actually an art book, but he
That's
worked.
Joker. Wow.
He worked on Shang-Chi.
Uh-huh.
This is Philip Tan, but oh wait.
Nice.
Yeah, he was the artist on. I don't think he's on there anymore, but he's really good. So yeah, I found him from this, and then I saw that he had an art book. So let me see if I could
Oh wow!
pull stuff.
And you can see the heavy manga influence in
Yeah, there's a lot of
in
manga
that.
in there.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love those.
Cool stuff.
Oh man, looks cool.
Ryan, were you exposed or did you read any manga growing up?
Yeah, I had well, I got into Akira after I got in. I think before I had like Dragon Ball Z. I mean, yeah, like I was more like focused on the, of course, like the Jim Lee and the Americanized comics more so than the anime. Funny enough, but I think because I was just so laser focused on like wanting to get in, that it was more, especially at that time, like I would say anime was kind of looked down upon in the sense of like, I mean, it was starting to like get more popular, but the American comics were more popular at the time, so it was like more focused on that. So I guess that made me focus more on more the Americanized style. But then gradually it kind of got more anime, especially the Joe Mad and stuff. So yeah, it was kind of like a evolution. What's that? Some other books on like Ghibli.
Nice. Yeah.
music.
Totoro.
Studio.
My kids love those.
Yeah, Akira, Incheon Depot, Shiro Masamune, Masamune Shiro,
Yeah. Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell, Gunsmith Cats.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I went to Japan in 1990, and I got some manga books there. I think somewhere I have Dragon Ball Z #1, and like they're all like the small like digest, but like pages or whatever.
Did you get a chance to maybe visit one of the anime studios or manga publishing?
Out there, no. I always wanted to go to the Ghibli studio one, but only saw it like online.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got to visit like Marvel when it was in New York and in the big buildings or whatever. I met like Joe Quesada there and stuff like that.
Cool. Sweet. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a little break and let's do a little giveaway.
Okay.
You get to decide hashtag. Let me see if I could share the screen.
In a bit, I also have like a couple of other influences, like more recent influences.
Yeah. Who are they?
Actually, one that I had found like literally like last week. There's a couple. Will Murai. Well, this is for a little bit, but I printed these out. He worked for Blizzard. I think he just left Blizzard, but he's pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
And then I found this new artist. Let me see. Try to share my screen.
So wait, that's an original?
No, this one I printed out.
Oh, you printed it out. Okay.
But let's see. This one. Okay. Sorry, let me.
Okay, here we go.
You see that? Oh, you have to. I think you have to put the. Oh, I share the screen.
Wow.
This guy's name is Dao Trong. This is his Instagram. Dao Lee. I guess he's Vietnamese. He worked for Riot, it says. But I came across his stuff like last week. It's pretty cool.
Sweet.
And on
That
his
is
YouTube,
sweet.
his YouTube shows how he does it from scratch. Shows how he draws it and like colors it and everything. But he also uses like After Effects.
Yeah. That's
Well,
amazing.
Look at this. Like he does these
Wow.
like animations from a 2D kind of. Look at like down here the cloud thing, little subtle things. It's pretty neat.
The movement on that is incredible. Huh? That's
wow, I love that.
This one's static, and this one's cool.
that is.
I like.
cool.
I just love that.
Like the little subtle things. The hair. Look at these on the right here. These little. I don't know what they're, and the chords and everything. And then this guy, I think he's like subtly like breathing, and his feet are kind of moving.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
And has he worked on anything so far?
Said he worked for Riot, so I guess he's like a concept. So I wouldn't say that he's an influence yet, but I think he's going to be an influence on me.
Yeah.
I always wanted to kind of get more of my stuff like looking like this. So.
After Effects is really tedious to work with.
After Effects, yeah.
Yeah.
But on his YouTube channel, he shows like how he does it, and like it's almost like a fake 3D. I guess they call it like a 2.5D, where it's like in between, where it's not fully 3D, but you could shift things around a little bit. And then here's another artist. Actually, I have this print right here.
Wow.
Here, Audrey Kawasaki.
Oh my goodness, beautiful.
Yeah, she's Japanese American, and
we need to invite her, Kotaku. We don't have any female yet. Female.
Yeah. Love to get her on.
Yeah, she just does these like wood print. She paints on wood, and then she scans them in, and then does these like high quality G-clay.
That's
print.
on wood. Wow.
Well, the original is, and then
Wow.
and
That's amazing.
She'll sell it. She'll go like, okay, this print is going to be on sale this Saturday or whatever, right? And then she'll sell like 1,000 for like $200 or and just make a whole bunch of money in one day.
Wow.
And where is she? She's just selling it online.
Yeah.
Wow.
She sell those wood prints. I imagine those wood prints is going to be expensive.
Yeah,
$200. I mean, that seems like a real deal.
I'm talking about wood print where original art is. I mean, basically, that's her press machine, right?
Well, yeah, she'll just like, it's just like kind of a. No, there's a print shop in LA, and I actually printed my own at the same place. That's why I have like kind of a. Let me see. I have one of her prints right here, back there.
Oh, nice. Now, you have that one.
Oh, okay.
And I got it framed and everything. It's like really cool.
Wow.
And I have like
So artist is always fanboy of artists.
Yeah. What other? So you're obviously an art collector as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you collect? I guess fine art is art. Do you sometimes go after?
I would say that's probably the finest one out of everything. I have like I don't know if I can show over here. I have a Akira poster that I had for a long time, and then I have back there a Spirited Away poster.
Nice. Yeah.
Spirited Away is my favorite, one of my favorite show too. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give stuff away almost
right,
near
let's
the
give it
hour,
away.
so I'm gonna give some stuff away.
All right, are we gonna pick out what we're giving away, or are we just gonna pick the winner first?
We're gonna first pick the winner first.
Okay.
All right, Ryan, come out with the hashtag. What do you want the hashtag?
Come up with the hashtag.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What is it supposed to be?
Like Ryan is fine, Ryan. What about Odagawa? Odagawa. All right.
Yeah, that works.
All right, guys. Chance to win a couple posters, and you get to choose. Chat room.
Chime in.
No one interested.
Everybody's sleeping. What's going on?
Okay, there you go.
Delay.
You should have a good chance. There's only like 7, 8 of you, I think, out there. Let's see how many. 7. So I collected 5 so far. Come on, 2 more.
I want to enter too.
Yeah.
With those odds, I want to get in.
Hello. You just in time for the drawing.
Perfect timing, Spidey's powdered tumblers. Perfect timing.
I just went on the Spider-Man ride at Disneyland.
How was that?
Pretty cool.
I'm
Like,
impressed that you get to choose, so you don't have to choose the same thing if you win.
How was the Star Wars rides?
yeah, those are fun. Those are cool. Like seeing everything. But the Spider-Man ride, you go like it's like a video game, so you
Uh-huh.
get to go like that and like
Oh, really?
shoot the
Shoot
little
the
robot
thing.
thing. That's pretty cool.
All right. That it? Should
That's
I say draw? Oh, this is really good odd.
How many you got? 7,
6.
8,
6.
6. All right, 1 in 6 odds.
1 in 6, guys. 1, 2, 3. I'm going. Draw.
J80 Hobby.
Hey!
Congrats.
Congrats, Jay. All right, Jay, you get to choose. So I'm
Jay's
gonna.
always winning stuff.
Jay, I think.
Jay is always winning stuff.
All right, let's see, Jay. Let's go to Odagawa's page. I'm gonna stop sharing this. Stop screen. Share. Screen. Share screen. Tab. There's Odagawa store. All right, Jay, tell me which one you want. 2 prints. 2 signed prints.
Guardians sold out.
Oh, Guardian.
Oh, Guardian sold out.
Oh, Jay already has that one.
What about
He won
Grogu?
that one last time.
Did Grogu
Yeah.
sell out?
I should have those.
Sweet.
Should have the rest, yeah.
That's a sweet looking Mandalorian too. All that Spider-Man's nice. The old Marvel super Spidey and Friends.
So what is Jay picking? Is it Jay picking anything? Pick 2, Jay.
All right, we'll come back to Jay. He'll make a let him.
If it, the Spider-Man are connected, right? The
Oh, really?
Spider-Man and Spider-Gwen are the Miles Morales one.
Yeah.
Can you go back down? Show us.
Yeah, right there.
These two
Oh,
right here.
sweet.
Yeah.
That is a sweet cover.
Yeah.
I mean they're separate, but they connect.
Diamond Princess has that one.
Oh, that is a sweet.
I think that Dave
that's a
Cliff
sweet
has that one
cover.
too. Yeah.
And Stanley's in there.
What's
Is
another
he-
one, Jay?
Is he in the car?
He's in the car. It's RIP Stan right there.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to? I guess you've been on the con circuit. I don't know if that's gives you access to meeting other artists and other people, but did you ever get a chance to maybe connect with Stan and meet him?
No, not that way, but I remember just as a fan, I went to. It was more in like in LA. It was like at a smaller convention.
Oh, you want a 2 copy of these, Jay? You want 2 copy of these? Is that what you're saying? This is what we're choosing, right?
That one's nice.
Stan.
What inspired you to do this particular?
All right, Jay, you got it, Jay.
Because you were a fan of the.
I think
the
I had
original
the address
cartoon?
already. So
Yeah, I was a fan of the cartoon, so I did kind of an updated version.
Yeah, that's sweet. I
congrats.
was also a fan of that cartoon.
Oh, but so Stan Lee, actually, I have a picture with him. I never met him per se, but I had his book. I think I have his book somewhere over there. But I have a picture of him like on the table behind me. And my friend took it like right as there, and he's like back there like signing. I never even talked to him. I keep on going. And
Did you get something? Oh, you didn't get anything signed?
yeah, I got it signed. It was
You
like
got signed. Yeah,
but,
cool.
All right.
I have.
Do you have that book?
If you want to see something I'm collecting right now.
Yes, please.
So I had like a handful of these Dale Keown Hulks.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Dale Keown, right? Like he did the Pit, but he was like had a pretty long run on the Hulk.
On the Hulk. Oh yeah, that's a nice cover with the machine gun. Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these are the ones that I had, since it actually since it came out, like in the 90s. But then I looked on eBay and I was just like, I wonder if I could get his whole collection, and that's like maybe 30, about 30. So I was able to find probably all of them. Well, they're still coming in. These are the ones that have come just like the past week or so.
Nice. So you were trying to finish the run, his run.
Yeah, this one's his first issue.
Mm-hmm.
This one might be his last issue too, first and last. And then I found this one that had like a whole bunch of sort of random issues, but that he did, and it was going for like $27, and I was wondering if anyone was like following it, and then I put a bid for like 50, and then I raised it to 60, and then the timer went down, and then I got it for like $49. So I got each of them for like $2 each.
Sweet. That's a sweet deal. Yeah.
All of these cost maybe $100. 100. Not bad for 30 something to in the gap.
Yeah.
But
you mentioned you were collecting X-Men like Silvestri, Jim Lee right around that time, right?
Yeah.
Is X-Men like what are your favorite titles? And obviously the Hulk and Dale Keown, but are there any other titles or characters that you read or collected as a kid?
Back then it was mainly X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, and then X-Men, and then I had X-Force and like all the ones that were popular or whatever. I have like the first appearance of Deadpool. That was like probably my most expensive one. I don't know the prices now, but I have like a whole wall of I bought the IKEA shelf, which is like a whole bunch of, and before they discontinued it, they had I bought all the shelves because now it's more of like it's like a different shelf, but before it they had ones where you could pull them out like a drawer and you could fit all the comics. So in the other room I have just a wall of all my old comics.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
so it's you've got quite a substantial amount then.
Yeah, a lot of the older ones. Yeah, it's tough collecting too many now because I'll run out of room. But
right.
I'm trying to make more room myself.
So when you're at the con, do you also like kind of in between your, I guess, set times, do you go and buy comics and talk to other?
Yeah, sometimes I will. Like, if I'm looking for something, I'll go search for it. Sometimes, like recently, I've been looking for. Sometimes they won't have like current ones, or sometimes they won't have old ones. So sometimes it's hard, but sometimes I'll come across like stuff.
Yeah, and a Grail book for you is something you've been like kind of wanting for a long time, but it's a little.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because I guess I pulled out the Del Keown stuff. I was like, I've never really. I mean, I liked his stuff, but I never really like got all of the issues. So sometimes I'll just go on this like, binge of like filling in. I did that with Captain Carrot. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Captain Carrot.
I do have a question about, since you mentioned In-Hyuk Lee.
Oh yeah.
You're working from Korea, right?
I was me working from Korea.
No. How would you remotely get work assigned? I mean, somebody like that, he barely speaks the language. How would he get a sign, like let's say, a work, and say, hey, draw this Spider-Man this way, or draw this guy this way? How that process work?
Who you mean with Jim Lee?
No, In-Hyuk Lee.
In-Hyuk Lee.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. Like currently?
I'm sure they have like somebody there on Marvel person on the ground that recruits people in Korea. So probably
the language barrier. Go ahead, show me.
Yeah.
Captain Carrot.
So I had like a couple of these, and I filled in the whole series. Like
Wow. There's that many Captain Carrot comic books.
I think there's only like 20, so it wasn't too bad. And then there's sort of like kind of spin-off ones where it's like Alice in Wonderland or something. So it's like I as well get that. It wasn't too much. Yeah, a lot of my collections seem to be sort of like, that's doable. It's like maybe there's 20, like the Bionic 6, like the toys and stuff. There wasn't too many, so I was like, yeah, it's doable. I'll just collect all of them, and some of the original art. So enough where I don't like run out of room and everything.
Yeah. What? So you mentioned that shelf full of comic books. What would we find in that collection?
A lot of stuff that I was collecting at that time. X-Men. I have like, I was more an artist collector, so I have like a lot of the ones from like Art Adams or like Michael Golden, Alan Davis,
Alan Davis.
stuff like that. Yeah, Excalibur. Actually, if you look at the way he draws the A, I use that as for my signature.
Oh,
Back
okay.
in the day. That.
Well,
Yeah.
we're into an hour. It's getting late for a lot of us, some of us. So I'm gonna give one more set of posters and call it the night.
Okay.
So let's see. There's 8 of us in here. Let's see. That close it. Oh, there it is.
And as we're picking out this next winner, Naman, go ahead and get that initiated. Put the randomizer on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your upcoming, I guess, projects, what you're working on, where you'll be.
Yeah. Shadow Zone. Well, this is my comic.
Oh yeah.
Novel, Shadow Zone.
I'm gonna give that one away.
This is the first issue, but I'm working with the writer to work on the other ones.
Wow, that's a hardcover.
Yeah, it's not cover. I had one. Will you sign that if I give it that away, Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, are you working on issue 2?
Yeah. We need to.
I've been waiting for that issue 2, Ryan.
Yeah, it's been years. I've been so busy, but yeah. Well, also like I'm trying to work out the whole entire story, so it all kind of works out. So, yeah. So I'm trying to make it so I can work continuously on it and not have like lulls like it's been.
Show that book one more time.
Yeah, show the book again and give us a synopsis of Shadow Zone.
Shadow Zone was one of those books where one of the ideas were in the 90s. Obviously I was trying to draw like Jim Lee and stuff. So I did this like probably in high school, and these are these are the characters that they grow up to be. Like the girl with the pink hair is this girl. So this is like the prequel kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Just kind of like a fantasy story about sisters.
The origins. Okay.
Yeah. So it's basically overall the story is kind of about this is like the father being and trying to like find a peaceful society, like, but then the Kiv kind of takes over a lot of the people, and the Kiv is like sort of like the demons and stuff.
Nice.
Show some interiors on that one before
Yeah, so the beginning kind of is this long pan.
Beautiful.
It kind of shows.
It's beautiful work, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful work.
Then that's kind of like the castle.
Okay, you guys getting that? So I guess the hashtag's gonna be Shadow Zone, huh?
Yeah.
Shadow Zone.
Hashtag Shadow Zone. All right. You got good chance, guys. Only 7 of you. Again. Every time I give prizes away, people come down.
Here they come. They're coming in.
Wake up, everyone, wake up.
So yeah, you were mentioning, so obviously the comic book, any planned appearances where they could, because we have people kind of spread out in different areas. where are you going to be? Like maybe, doing sketches or doing graphs?
Yeah, the main one, it's Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con in July. Yeah, so it should be the first sort of like going back to semi-normal normalcy.
Yeah. So they can find you at San Diego Comic-Con. When is that? Coming up?
If it's one of the last weekends of July, it's usually like, wait, is that July? Yeah, July 20th or so.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
Well, I'm
on
gonna go now.
And what will you be selling? Will you be selling prints, signed prints, and
prints, the Shadow Zone, and usually do sketches and stuff.
Who's Thomas collects?
Mhm.
I hope
Mission.
Thomas is not an international. I don't do international, so this is gonna be
yeah.
because I don't think because I'm gonna order directly from Ryan's website, so no international. I know most of you guys are not. Thomas Click, I don't know. Oh, Thomas Click is I know who Thomas is. Good luck, Thomas. Dave collects. I'm sorry. All right. Ready? Set. Go.
Oh, this is 1 in 4.
1 in 5, I think.
1 in 5.
Hey, Thomas.
Oh, you got the money book. You got the money book.
Thomas. All right. I love Thomas, by the way, so that's good. This thing going to the kid. This is good for a kid too, I think. So, yeah,
Kid friendly.
Yeah.
kid friendly book. So that's awesome. That's awesome. I got your address too. Congrats, Thomas.
Congratulations.
I think. How old is it? Is he 9, 10, 11,
He's 10.
10? Okay.
Oh, Thomas is a kid, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thomas is Dave. Dave collects his son.
Oh, I see.
Of course, Ryan's gonna sign it.
Ryan's gonna sign it. Maybe draw a little thing on it.
Yeah, I'll draw a little sketch.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Ryan's gonna be at San Diego Comic-Con in July. If I'm sure some of you might be planning. I think all indications are it's going to come back in full force. So all the crowds and the lines are going to be back, unlike last year, I guess. And yeah, please, go check out Ryan and tell him, show him your support. And yeah, follow him. So where can they find you on social media and sort of follow you on different things?
Instagram, it's Ryan Odagawa Art. And like Facebook and all that. Usually I post on Instagram and then it auto posts to like Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that, but mostly Instagram, let's say. Oh yeah, Thomas, I'll sign it for you.
Yeah, he's
to you.
and a little sketch. It will be Thomas. Okay, remember that. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'll put it down on there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Yeah, Naman.
We do have tomorrow. You say David Nakayama?
Yeah, we have David Nakayama.
I've actually never met him in person, I think, but he might actually live close to me. I need to meet him in person.
He's in Hawaii.
He's in Hawaii.
Oh, he lives in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he moved out. I don't know. I can't confirm that, but yeah, he might have moved out there. But
yeah, maybe. For some reason, I thought he lived like pretty close to me, but maybe he moved. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
I know he comes to the mainland from time to time. So, and he's gonna be at San Diego Comic-Con, I would imagine, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
And then John Boy too. Or did you talk to John Boy?
We're going to be talking to John Boy. Yep.
Yeah, John Boy's a good friend from a long time too. Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm just glad to see that. That it's not just the Asian American community as a whole that's connected, but also the artist community. It seems to be supportive of each other and
Anyway, he's coming up tomorrow. So tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time, 12 at noon for you guys.
12 Pacific,
Yeah.
3 Eastern.
3 Eastern,
3
9
p.m.
Hawaii.
Eastern.
9 a.m. in Hawaii. And I'll be giving away, I think, comic books from that one.
Yeah, and that one I'm going to enter. So I'm going to enter that one for sure. Because no way I'm missing out on, like all that goodness. So yeah. But yeah, thanks Ryan for taking the time to visit with us and talk about your work. Again, just an amazing career that you've had, and we wish you all the best. And we look forward to following you and your future projects and works and supporting that.
Cool. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
All right.
Night, everybody.
Good night.
Everybody.
Thanks, everybody, for showing up.